Hello superstar, it's 𝗖𝗵 here again. Welcome back to my channel. In my previous video, I shared a strategy you can use to catch spikes on boom and crash using just one indicator. In this video, I'll go a bit further on the spike killer strategy and I'll introduce a few indicators you can use to improve your confirmation checklist for a higher chance of catching spikes. If you stay to the end of this video, you will learn how to use this strategy to grow your account really fast. And you will see a live trading example on how this strategy works. Now let's dive into the tutorial. This strategy works on the 1 minute time frame, and you can apply it on boom 500, boom 1000, crash 500, and crash 1000. For a case study, we're going to be applying this strategy on crash 1000 and boom 1000. Now let's go over to see the indicators that were used. In this strategy, we'll be adding two new indicators to the RSI indicator we already have on the chart. The first indicator is the set of moving averages. To achieve this, we're going to create an indicator window 2, and we'll have it contain the relative strength index, and we're going to set the period to period 1, apply to close, and we will have the levels 90 and 10. Now you can see it on the chart. On this RSI window, we're going to add 4 moving averages: moving average 2, moving average 3, moving average 5, and moving average 50. Now let's see how they appear on the chart. The next indicator we'll be adding on the chart is the commodity channel index. We're going to click on the main chart and we'll scroll down to the commodity channel index. Take note of the settings you can see on the screen. Pay closer attention to the levels that we have on this CCI. Level minus 240, minus 140, minus 100, 0, 100, 140, 240. Then we apply done. Now you can see we have this on the chart. Let's see how this strategy works. The RSI strategy requires that you wait for price to get to the 90 level of the RSI, then you enter for a sell. But you notice in some instances, just like you have here, price could take you out in loss because we're just risking 5 candlesticks. That means you're holding the position for just 5 minutes. Now, if you take that kind of entry here, you will have price get to this point and to take you out. Now, I'm going to show you the extra conditions that you're going to apply to get more profitable setups from this strategy. Number 1 is, before you enter a trade, you want to look out for support and resistance zones. Support and resistance zones are zones where you have price reversals, just like what you have on the charts now. I'm going to mark that out. Let's get this. You can see that on this point in time past, price got to this point and it reversed. The spike happened. The spike happened here, and the spike also happened here. You can see that. Now, if you apply this is a resistance zone because we are working with crash 1000. If you're working with crash and you want to trade with the spike, you just want to look out for where there has been previous resistance. I'm going to pick out another one now. You have it at the top here. You have it here, right? There's a zone of resistance there. Now, if you're working with this, you want to look out for this point. Now, number 1 rule: whenever you're trading and price is in a resistance zone, look out in the past. If it has hit that zone up to 3 times, then there's a high tendency that it's going to break that zone and the spike won't be successful. So you don't want to trade it. Next thing you want to take a look at is bring in this indicator, the set of moving averages that we introduced. Let's expand it. Now, let me show you how they work. when this set of moving averages converge at the 90 level of the RSI, just like we have it here, you enter for a sell. Remember, we're working with crash 1000. You can see that it gave us enough confirmation that this is when it's going to happen. If you had entered here, you see it hasn't gotten to the 90 level. It gave us enough confirmation that it's about to happen right here and right now. If you enter for a sell and you risk just 5 candlesticks, that means you're holding the position for 5 minutes. You're going to catch that spike, and you can see it happening over and over again here. Now, what is the function of the 𝗖𝗍? The 𝗖𝗍 helps us to indicate when to take profit. So if you're taking in this trade and the 𝗖𝗍 moves from the sold level or the sell level, the strong sell level, and comes down to the buy level, then you want to take profit and close out on that trade. And that is how it works. Now, there's other things you want to take note of when using this strategy, and I'm going to show you. You may ask yourself that why is it that this doesn't happen all the time? Yes, that is why you need to apply patience. If you want to take out some profits without using every of these 3 confirmations, now you want to learn how to study the RSI and get the relative average highs, right? You want to get the relative average highs. Now you see on this chart, we have it at 90, and price rarely comes to the 90 level, but it's always around the 80 level or thereabout. You can see it got to the 80 level twice, right? So whenever price comes to that zone, you want to map out that zone and put in a sell and risk just 5 candlesticks. So how does that work? Let me add up the 80 level on the chart. Now you can see that we have the 80 level on the RSI. So that is another entry point you want to be looking out for. And if you apply just this RSI strategy, because you have seen that price is creating a trend around the zone in the market, you will be able to catch some of the spikes using this strategy. So I'm going to look out to Boom 1000. Now look at this asset. Since we are working on Boom, we'll be paying closer attention to support areas, right? Because we're looking to catch the spike going upwards. So we're going to map out the support areas, the region where we'll have support, and then we wait for price to get to that zone and apply the strategy. But before that, look at this. You can see that exactly the same thing happened, just like we illustrated on Crash 1000. You see that in this instance, let me bring out this indicator so that they will be clear. Now you can see that in this point here, like we have on the screen, price moved, and it got to this RSI. This is level 10 because we want to buy now, right? It got here and there's just a brief spike and it continued. So if you want to get this trade, you then want to bring in this moving averages, right? And you wait for everything to converge. You see this point where they converged? If you enter your trade, you're going to catch the spike and you're going to make some cool amounts of money. Let's quickly take a live example making use of this strategy. I'll be doing that on Crash 1000, and you can see that price is currently at the zone, right? It has gotten to the 80 and approaching the 90, and I can see a resistance here, and you can see that price is already lagging here, right? And we're having a signal. So I'm just going to take in the sell at this point, right? Because I can see a resistance. Then I'm going to take my risk just above it, about 5 candlesticks to 10 candlesticks at most. So if it doesn't go my way, I'm just going to close out on the trade. Okay, so let's just take it now. Now we've entered the trade. Let's wait to see our strategy. Good. You can see that. Awesome. You can see that we are having it happen live in the markets right now. That is what I'm talking about. You can see this is just live setup. We took that trade at that point and we caught the spike. I'll be posting more videos like this, and I don't want you to miss any of them. If you want to be notified whenever we post a video like this, hit the subscribe button and also hit the bell icon so that you will get notified whenever we post a new video. My name is 𝗪𝗪 and I'm always here to help.